everybody, Edo here, and this is the top 10 kids games that I reviewed this year. Not necessarily that were published this year, but ones that I did reviews for. Now, if you watched my top 10 Blue Orange games video, you know that I was hired earlier this year to do a virtual con for like a how to play games thing for Blue Orange. And in the process, they sent me like a ton of games, like 25 games. I ended up playing those games and doing reviews, but I decided I didn't want to include Blue Orange games in my top 10 games or Kickstarter games, and that's why I gave it its own category. However, when it comes to kids games, Blue Orange does such a great job with kids games and their kids games. I decided that I would include them in this category. Like I think it should fit and work. So I'm just doing it. So anyway, again, I was never paid for any of reviews. But in the process of doing this other work for them, they gave me all these games, like which is more than like I normally get. I get a couple games from publishers, but this was like a ton. Anyway, so here are the top 10 kids games. Coming in at number 10 is Save the Dragon. This is a Blue Orange game, and you are playing as a princess trying to save a dragon from some evil sorcerer or knights or whoever, and this is like a young kid's game, probably 3, 4, 5-year-olds, 6 tops, and boulders are dropping down from the top of a staircase. You have to dodge them with your, like, just sort of position yourself and hope to be dodged. Of those boulders, you can place a door in the way, and you're rolling these chunky dice, sort of feel like Haba dice. Thematic, evocative, fun, lots of character. I dig it. You know, it fits in the category of a younger kid game, but it totally works. So that's a Save the Dragon. Fish Club, another Blue. I mean, again, a big half of these are Blue Orange games of the 10. Fish Club is a Connect 4 game where you're dropping fish into a slice of a fish bowl, and they have awkward shapes, and you're trying to like knock people's out and connect, so it's like a fluid Connect 4. I think it's great. It's really well done, easy to play, all ages. I highly recommend Fish Club. Great for kids, great with, like, it's fun to play. It's like any one you would say, I want to play Connect 4, but you like want a different version of it. Next up is Snip Snap. Now, Snip Snap wasn't in the Blue Orange games list because of how simple it was, but I felt like it works well on the kids list, which is, it's essentially like a new version of Spot It, where you're rolling dice and you're just trying to connect shapes by yelling out, Snake Snap, Snip Snap, Snowflake Snap. I don't remember all of them, but like this sort of speed verbal game with dice, like you're just like rolling dice, saying it really quickly and being fast. Works really well. Lots of laughs, lots of fun. Super simple, but it comes in a little bag and is super cheap. So I dig that game a lot, though it didn't make it into the, like, even though it's higher than Fish Club, it really was such an activity more thing that I didn't include in the other side. But I do think it's fun. So that's Snip Snap by Blue Orange. Okay, so so the next Blue Orange game, before we get to some other games, other companies, is Slide Quest. Slide Quest is just this deluxe, incredible version of maze, Marble Maze, where they built it. You build this maze, but it's like a dungeon adventure one where your marble is a guy. He's got like a ball bearing underneath it, so he moves like a marble, but he's a standing dude, and you're dodging holes and traps, and there are enemies and missions, and it comes with all of these different scenarios. I did the review with Ethan. Ethan played a lot of that game. I played some, but he played a lot. He played through all of the missions. Really incredible production value. I was just blown away. It's like in a category of its own. Highly recommend it. Certainly you can check out the video. So coming in at number 6 is Throw Burrito. Silly game. You've got 2 squishy burritos, and you're basically like speed playing cards and then throwing burritos at each other and trying to dodge. It's silly. It works. It's fun. Kids are going to throw really hard, but they're made out of foam. I don't know. Really nice job. Like, it's just silly, fun, crazy burrito dodgeball game. But it works, and the kids loved it. Next up, coming in at number 5, is Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. This is a dice push your luck game by 25th Century Games. I believe I backed this on Kickstarter. If I didn't, they sent me a copy, one or the other. I backed a lot of their stuff. But, it's your fox trying to steal chicken from the dog or the farmer. And it's Yahtzee-style rolling dice. But the production value is really good. The push your luck over the course of the game and the different cards add to it that it feels like a nice, young, fun kids version of Yahtzee with more theme to it. So that worked out really well. Next game is Starlink, Blue-Orange Games. Starlink is probably of most of these the oldest skewing, but essentially it's connect the dot constellations. You have a star field. You're connecting dots to make a card that says, gumdrop or bow and arrow or, frog, video game controller. And you have to try to make it. And the smaller you make it, you get some bonus points, but people are trying to guess what your constellation is. I thought it was just such an awesome thing. Simple to teach and explain. Everyone digs it, all ages. But it works. I guess the reason it feels like an older game, but because it's connect the dots, it skews so easily for young kids. Some kids, the cards are maybe reading some of the cards. They're bigger words, but you can team up with younger kids, and or they can just try to guess. But I really like that game. Coming in at so that was number 4. Coming in at number 3, this is another young skewing one. Hedgehog Rule. Hedgehog Rule, which was sent to me by the publisher, is a game where you have a fuzzy tennis ball. Like the kind you go to a beach with and you throw and you have the catcher thing that's made out of Velcro and it sticks. So you have a funny tennis ball and you put little hedgehog's eyes on it and that's your hedgehog. And then you put these Velcro tiles on the board and you're rolling across, picking up Velcro stickers for different things you find in the forest, and you're using those to find the forest to get through a maze. But then you have to do an eye close, dexterity, drop it, throw it, bad hand, behind your back, dizzy, whatever. Fun, easy, cute, fantastic. Really, really well done. Coming in at number 2, Similia. And there are a number of versions of Similia. There's ancient figures, but then there's really fantasy characters. The fantasy one is more in line with the kid's age, and this is a game which is Guess Who, but with where just with a limited number of fantastic, gorgeous cards. And you're trying to communicate whether one of the characters laid out as your character, and they're trying to guess based on the other characters. And it brought out such creativity and engagement with the young kids, and my kids and other folks. I was really impressed with that game. It probably could have come in my top 10. It isn't of the other games, but it really stands out to me. I really like it, and it really worked with our family and at the table. It sort of has that. It's not like Timeline or something, but some of those sort of simple card games that really work and you can bring out lots of times. We really enjoyed it. Last up is Blue-Orange Battle Sheep. I think Battle Sheep is fantastic, and it's fantastic for kids. It's super easy to teach. It's interesting spatial puzzle. The sheep are super cute, and it's rock solid. On the Blue-Orange Games list, the only things I had above it were Blue Lagoon and Meeple Land, which I think are great family games, but I wouldn't go so far as kids game. I felt that Battle Sheep fit that category. So that's why those other two aren't appearing above it. But definitely enjoyed it. So again, this skews heavy. Honestly, I don't review that many kids games, but because of the Blue-Orange ones, I did a ton. And the coolest thing about it was, normally when I review a game, I get it, I play it, I learn it, whatever. But in this case, for 3/4 of the Blue-Orange games, my kids, 12 and 10, so they're older. But we played with some other kids as well for the younger games. But for them, Ethan in particular, but Evan too, like would go over, open the box, learn how to play, and teach me how to play, and we'd play together. Which isn't like the first time it's happened, but definitely with a lot of these kids games, it was just easier for them. Like which was super neat for me. But I think these are fun, fantastic kids games. And so yeah, if you're looking for that type of game, do check them out. Thanks. Bye. Hey everybody, Edo here, and thanks for watching Gaming with Edo. Reviews over here on this playlist, League and Insider videos over here on this one. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.